Hey everybody, and welcome to the Sweet Surprise event in Merge Dragons. So, there are a lot of people creating Merge Dragons content, and I feel like that content is really high quality and it's awesome. So I don't necessarily feel like my adding to that would add anything to that. So I'm not doing a lot of Merge Dragons videos. But there are a couple of things that I would like to do videos of, and this is one of them. So in this Sweet Surprise event, I have set up my map. I've played for maybe 20 minutes to a half an hour to get to the point where it is right now. And the point of this video is going to be to demonstrate the Prism Flower method. And this is a strategy that I absolutely love for Merge Dragons. It is definitely also helpful in Merge Magic. Instead of buying a Prism Flower, you would end up buying the small evergreen tree. And in Merge Elves, you can do this. And in order to use this method, you would buy a blooming life flower from the event shop. So, let's get into it. When you plan on using the Prism Flower method, what that's going to do is give you more creatures earlier in the event to help you with harvesting and cleaning up and getting your point items and all of that good stuff. So this is a comparatively big map. I mean, it's definitely not the biggest map we've had in an event, but it's decently sized, and the 5000s start pretty early on. So really from here back is pretty expensive. So even though the map isn't physically very large, it's going to take quite a bit of healing power. So having extra dragons will definitely help with that. So to do the Prism Flower method, the first thing you want to do is get through enough of your map so you have both of your dragons. So this is as far as I had to heal in order to get both eggs. Sorry, all 3 eggs for both dragons. And now that I have these, I'm going to merge my second dragon. There she is. And now I'm going to stop focusing on orb harvesting, and we're going to go into the shop menu and slide over until we find the Prism Flowers. These cost 10 gems in Merge Dragons. I believe they cost 10 gems in Merge Magic also. The blooming elf flowers cost 18 golden leaves in Merge Elves. So it costs more, but golden leaves are a little bit easier to get in Merge Elves, and the event itself will give you some. So while the numbers are bigger, it's not really that much more of an investment, all things considered. To do this method, you could buy 2 of these Prism Flowers if you have 20 gems that you want to spend on this. But this level of the Prism Flower, let's tap it out for all the healing, can actually be harvested by 2 dragons at one time. So you don't really need 2 of them. It is easier to manage if you have 2 of them. Just because right now, to get this dragon back on, I have to actually catch her and pull her back over. Whereas if I had to, I could just keep double tapping, which is definitely easier. But it's not required. So in this process, you are going to get some orbs, which is good. It's going to help you keep working towards that healing power. But the real thing you're going for are these green leaves. So these leaves are going to ultimately let you build some dragon trees. The dragon trees can then be harvested for logs, and the logs can then be combined together to make tiny cabins for hedge gnomes. The tiny cabins for hedge gnomes will give you bushes. I know this sounds very convoluted, and I actually didn't try this technique for a long time because when I heard it described, I was like, that sounds difficult and incredibly time consuming. But once you have those bushes, you're going to be able to use those to build the bush wonder, which is the ruins of the Sky Palace. Those ruins should give you, knock on wood, should give you the same kind of mystery egg nest that we need to unlock this cloud key right here. So instead of waiting until you've healed the entire map and have access to that egg nest up here at the top of the map, right there, you're going to be able to open that cloud key immediately. So behind that cloud key is usually enough eggs to make another 3 or 4 dragons. And the mystery nest itself is going to give you eggs that you can use to get more dragons. So depending on how lucky you are with the eggs in that nest, I've had some events, I think the most I've ever ended up with was 9 dragons in an event. And that event went very quickly once I had those dragons and was able to start harvesting and, getting back into getting my orbs and then clearing my map and getting my point items. So the next question you might be wondering is, how long does all this take? It sounds like it's going to take a very long time because there are many steps. But I have built the wonder from this prism flower in as little as 45 minutes. Other times it's taken longer. I've had it take up to an hour and a half, but when it took that long, I wasn't paying a lot of attention to my dragons. They were getting distracted, and yeah, that really does boil down to how much attention can you and are you willing to pay to your dragons during this process. If you are right here on top of them, making sure that they are constantly doing what they're supposed to, it's not too bad. But that does mean you need to be willing to dedicate, about an hour of time where you are just sitting here focused on your game. The other thing that is a factor is luck, honestly. I mean, you'll notice as these prism flowers are being harvested, I'm getting some orbs, which is helping me build up my orbs for healing. I also got a treasure chest and this level 2 life flower down here. So sometimes you get a lot of leaves, one right after the other, and it feels like you're progressing very quickly. Other times you get a lot of life orbs, which, while that's ultimately helpful to you, at least, it does slow down building your ruins of the Sky Palace. So, yeah, a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, all ties in together. I have been using this technique for quite a while now, and I've never used this technique in an event and then gone, man, I wish I didn't waste my time doing the prism flower. It it is always beneficial, at least in my opinion. Um, but there is a caveat to that. I say it's always beneficial in my opinion. It's always beneficial to my style of gameplay. When I am playing an event, I tend to be very active. I don't passive harvest very much. Ack, she got away. That's fine. So I don't passive harvest very much. And I usually do, sit and tap on items and, pay that attention to the game. Why does that matter? Well, that matters because the way the event is programmed, the only dragons that really want to help out in the event are the dragons that you get in the event. So if you go through this process to get yourself between 5 and 9 dragons, and then you say, okay, I'm going to leave them alone to passive harvest, and expect that you're going to have, 5 dragons harvesting things for you, that's not really what you're going to get. What you end up with is those extra 5 dragons are floating around the map, not doing anything very useful, and 2 of the dragons are still harvesting things. And that just goes back to how the events are programmed and how the event dragons are programmed. So if your play style is more passive and you like to, turn your phone on and leave it on overnight when you're sleeping and wake up in the morning and have a map full of orbs, that is an awesome strategy. And I definitely do that also because, hey, why not? But if during the daytime when you could be focusing on the event and playing it, you tend to just, leave the event on and every now and then you look at it and maybe tap on something, going through the expense of the gems and time to set up this strategy probably isn't going to be worth it for you. It doesn't really help out that passive play style. And no play style is better than another. It's like this is a game. The point is to enjoy it. So you do whatever you enjoy. And for me, I enjoy watching the map get cleared and seeing the orbs get built. And it's a fun thing. It's a fun process for me that I really like. Alright, we are getting a lot of orbs, which I'm going to be very excited about later. I'm still excited about it now. There we go, there's a few leaves. I do like that these prism flowers give the higher level orbs. So at least when we end up with an orb instead of a leaf, it's not, a little yellow one or something like that. It's an actual decent leveled orb that's going to help us out towards our healing. And yeah, now for the rest of the time, this is just harvesting. Harvesting forever. Honestly, this might be a good time to put your video play speed on 2 times um, to speed up this harvesting. So for our dragon trees, we need to get up to the vermilion dragon tree. It's the first level that you can actually harvest in order to get those logs. So like with this, if I tap on those, nothing happens. It's the next one up that's going to give us the logs we need to build those cabins. And I definitely go for the 5 merge on those vermilions because I like having the 2 trees to tap on. Because unlike the prison flowers, prison, prism flowers, um, you can't put 2 dragons on one vermilion tree. So having 2 of them lets your dragons harvest faster. Yeah, hey, coin. That's nice. Alright, we are getting there. Slowly but surely. It does feel like I'm getting a lot more orbs than usual this time, but that could just be because this time I'm recording and I hope it goes by faster for you guys. Normally I'm not hugely invested in how quickly this process goes. But we're actually pretty close to getting the merge for our vermilion trees. Nice. Alright, so right now I've got 4. You get back here. 4 of that lower level, so I only need a 3 merge to get that 5th tree. There we go. Let's see, so that means I need 5 more of these sprouts, and then 1 more merge after that, so 8 more of those. So 8 more of those means 4 more 5 merges with leaves. Oops, missed. We're definitely working on our orbs today. Yeah, I feel pretty confident in saying I'm getting way more orbs than I normally do. Nice, 2 more leaves. All right. Well, when it's time to start healing things, I'm going to have a very nice head start. Alright, I only need one more of those. So I just need 3 more leaves. So sometimes when I use this strategy, I'm tempted to keep the prism flowers because they are an item that 2 dragons can harvest from at the same time, and they do give those higher level orbs. I usually end up deleting it though because, oh, and there's our 3rd leaf. Awesome. Because I don't want to fill my map later with leaves and other things I don't need. Gonna go like that, gonna go like that. Now I've got the 2 vermilion trees. Go ahead and get rid of that leaf because we don't need it, and now we start harvesting for logs. The nice thing with the vermilion trees is the only thing it's going to give you are the logs. Sometimes they are different levels of logs. But always logs. Alright. So if we were looking at merge elves, these logs are like the mushrooms that make the gorgeous mushroom house, is the part of this process that we're at right now. Alright, getting our first set of cabins. So we tap those 3 times, get our first set of bushes, and this is where things get a little more hectic and it's a little easier to lose track of what you're doing, because now you're going back and forth between paying attention to those cabins and bushes and paying attention to the vermilion trees. I'm actually going to scoot my vermilion trees down just a little bit to give myself some space. 5 merge with those. So I did the math on it one time. I haven't thought about it in a little while, so my recollection could be wrong, but I believe it takes 26 tiny cabins to make the wonder. So, we've got 2 so far. And each of those tiny cabins is going to give us 8 bushes. Alright, we've got 2 more. Alright, keep the dragons on the vermilion trees and keep building up those bushes. So yeah, in Merge Elves, these bushes are like the berry trees. And they are going to start sprouting mushrooms. But that's just fine. We don't need to. That would be a 6 merge. I don't want to do that. That's a 5 merge. So with these bushes on the map, the bushes are something that the dragons can harvest. So those are going to cause a distraction. And I have found in the event dragons really want to harvest those bushes quite badly. So keeping them focused on the vermilion trees is important, or else you're going to have a ton of mushrooms all over the map. Oops. There we go. Put that right there, put that right there. Awesome. So I'm going to wait as soon as that first set of bushes disappears, I'm going to make another one. Ooh, very nice. Get back over here, dragon. I'm gonna start stashing these bushes down here so I keep my space. That looks good, that looks good. Hey, look, I got the star for all my 5 merges. Alright, I'm gonna scoot these 2. There we go. I knew they were close to disappearing. Scoot those out of the way. Move these over here where they're going to have room for sprouting bushes. Tap 3 times, tap 3 times. Keep these guys on the trees. Alright. And that second set of cabins should be disappearing pretty soon. There. There, that right there. Move those down. No accidental merges. That will just make this process longer. Go like that. Alright, awesome. So those are disappearing. As soon as that second one disappears, I will make the next set. Oh, that would be a 6 merge. I do not want to do that. Yeah, there we go. Alright, tap that out 3 times. There we go. Alright, let's move these treasure chests out of the way so there's more space. Put these down here. 5 merge there, 5 merge there. Doing up here, we can do a 5 merge there and get these moving out of the way. Alright, I'm getting behind on my logs. There we are. There we are. And that gives us the logs to line up for our next set of cabins as soon as we have the space. That might lead to an accidental merge. There we go. That's better. All right. We are getting there. Oh, I think that was a 6 merge. Yeah, well. Alright, so I think these are just about ready to disappear. Gonna scoot those over here. Merge those up. Yeah, perfect. That looks like a 5 merge. Looks like a 5 merge. a 5 merge there. Alright, so hopefully you can tell that like the first part of this process does feel slow with the prism flowers, but once you get to this part where you're managing bushes and logs and dragon trees and cabins, it gets pretty intensive. Five merge right there. Alright. And as far as getting the wonder, I always go for a 5 merge to get 2. Oh, didn't want to do that, but that's okay. In order to get 2 of the wonder, just in case, because not every wonder gives an egg nest. So if you have 2, you are twice as likely to end up with an egg nest. Alright, those other cabins are probably going to be disappearing pretty soon. Perfect. Move that down there to finish disappearing. And get our next set. I think I'm even gonna do 2 more here. Alright, 5 merge right there. These over this way. All right. Take that. Alright, and those are disappearing. So I'm going to merge up another pair. Put that up there, slide those there. Stay on the trees, dragons. Alright, So those are the level 5. So we need 5 of those. So we're at 2. It's always exciting when I finally get to that level 5 of the bush chain. It's like the end is in sight. Alright. Alright, should have some space in just a moment. To make some new cabins. There we go. Slide all that down, slide this stuff out of the way. Right there. That, go like that, go like that. Yeah, I'm gonna make another set. So now there's 5. Clumsy merge. Let's try to grab that. That's okay. Alright, clearing out a little bit more space. Got a 5 merge there. Let's see, that's 5 merge. There, 5 merge there. merge right there. 5. Oh! Didn't mean to move the tree, I meant to move the log. That's alright though. You down here, and you down there. Time for 2 more cabins. Do 5 merge right there. We are actually incredibly close to being finished with these. Go. Okay. Those. Five merge there. 5 merge there. Gets us a 5 merge here. Alright, so now we only need 1 more of those level 5 bushes. So 3 more level 4. Clumsy merge. There we go. Oh, very nice. much there. Alrighties. We'll do another set. Alright, so we've got 2 at the level 4. We only need 1 more level 4. And then we are all set. Alright, 1 more level 3. I don't think I need to make any more cabins to get what I need for this, but making the cabins will get me what I need faster. Alright, that should be it right there. There, right there. Lovely. Here we go. No clumsy merges, and this is going to give us our wonder. Right there, the ruins of the Sky Palace. Awesome. So in just a second, we're going to tap on those and see if we got our what we were going for. All of these we don't need, they're just distractions. Selling them. That way the dragons can focus on the life flowers. And we get a little bit of extra gold in there. Alright, so now we come on down. We are crossing our fingers and hoping we get at least 1 nest is what we are looking for. And we did get our nest. Awesome. So that's all tapped out. We can sell that. Tap that out. We can sell it. I got a few coins out of there. Oops. That's not what I want to do. If I was in camp, that's what I would do, but I am not in my camp. So we just got 2 more dragons. Before I tap this nest, I'm going to use it to unlock this cloud key. Awesome. Now I'm going to tap it and see what I get. I get another 5 merge, a 3 merge there, a 3 merge there, and a 3 merge there. So now, continuing this event, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dragons, I believe. Very nice. So now my goal is going to be to build up my flowers so I have enough flowers for all of these dragons to harvest. Open these chests, see if I get any flowers out of there. Five merge, 3, 3, 3, 10 merge. Five merge. And a 5 merge right there. Awesome. So now I've got 4 life flowers to keep my guys harvesting. Very nice. So yeah, that is the Prism Flower method. It's fun to set up, and then once you have it set up, you just keep tapping on flowers, tapping on things for your dragons to harvest. Tapping and merging. And what I'm probably going to do, I don't want the distraction of this, I am going to sell it. Move these flowers down out of my way. And I'm going to do a heal, that way I can get some more flowers. And some higher level flowers, because one of my next quests is to harvest from twin life flowers, which is the next level up. Let's see, that's going to be 5. Right there's a 10 merge. Grab this, make this. Make this, and I'm actually going to do a couple of 3 merges to get a nice big orb, and this is the orb that I'm going to send off, and then have all of my plethora of dragons start clearing away the land. For resources to make more flowers. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it showed you the potential of the Prism Flower. Let's do a time check. An hour. So yeah, it took just about an hour to do all of that. And spending that hour probably has saved me... I don't even know how many hours of event play it saved me, honestly. But if you look at the fact that we've gone from 2 dragons to 7 or 8 dragons, Definitely a good deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 dragons on this one. So yeah, that was very lucky for this particular event. So glad I did it. And for everybody else, I'm going to say happy merging. If you have never tried this technique, now hopefully it makes sense for you and you won't be scared. You should definitely try it out. Bye.